Okay, so let's have a look at how we're going to carve this chicken, how we're going to break it down. So first of all, you take the leg, thigh off, and you can see it's really nicely rested now. It's not steaming too much. We're not just losing loads of liquid when we carve that, but it's still nice and warm. You carve across here. Look at this lovely breast in here. It's really moist, really tender, crisp skin. Now, this chicken is actually going to be eaten cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break it down into sections and put it into this dish. So we can just start by taking that one. So I'm going to take the legs off, both sides. They pretty much will just pull away. Set those aside for a second. I'm going to go down the middle here. Going to work the breast. This is actually a bit of a big knife for carving a chicken, but I'm working on the basis that not everybody can afford to have a whole collection of different knives, and for a lot of us it's going to be a question of having one big one, one small one, and maybe a boning knife, and that's about it. So we can't necessarily afford the luxury of having a carving knife and a 6-inch knife and an 8-inch knife and what have you. So I'm just going to separate this breast meat from the carcass here. Just work it off like this. So that piece we can just keep like that. When we come to carve this, we want to carve it across in this direction into sections against the grain. There we go. So separate that off. Got a few bits here. Take those off. Actually, we'll go around at the end. Now there's a lovely bit of skin here, really crisp and sticky from that gravy. We want to keep that. Keep the 2 wings. Let's take the other breast, that side. Just again separate it. It's much easier because we took the wishbone out, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Just take this off the rib cage here. There we go. Another breast into our dish. Another bit of crisp skin. We've got these really nice bits that have come up by the thigh. So let's just work our way round here, removing any nice little bits. There's a whole load of bits here. It's all good. That's all good. These little beautiful nuggets from the underside, we definitely don't want to forget those. This is an amazing bit. Amazing bit. Whoops. Another little bit here from where the wing was attached. Just get everything we can off here. Now, what we're going to do with this carcass, we're going to make a stock. So that will ultimately go into some water with an onion and maybe a garlic clove, a bay leaf, maybe some star anise, thyme perhaps, some peppercorns, maybe coriander seed. Put a few things in there and just let it simmer away and make some bone broth for us. So we'll set that to one side. I think we've got all the good bits off there now. Of bits left on here. Now with the legs, let's just set that down over here. With the legs, what we want to do is we want to go down the thigh, take that off, remove this bone from the middle of the thigh. Just want to check around that we haven't left any other bits, and that's all good. Take the skin as well, pop that in. With the drumstick, we need to be a little bit more careful because up the top here is a big thick bit of cartilage. We're going to take that out, separate that off. This bit here, we don't want that. We don't want this small sharp bone. Take that, that can all go into the stock. And then we just got this chicken leg bone here. Take that off. And now we've got that nice drumstick boned out, ready to go. So we'll pop that in. We'll do the same thing with this thigh. Separate it off. Just remove the bone. You can see how nicely cooked that is, just coming away really easily. Just get rid of those little bits of gristle from the end. It's another little piece of it there. That's good. You can just feel with your fingers. Get rid of it all. All these nice little bits you want to keep. And then again here, we're just going to remove this piece of connective tissue from the end, this thin bone, which we don't want. And then all we need to do is to just go down, separate the leg bone, and there we go. We've got a beautiful drumstick meat there. It's going to go in. Now, we don't want to forget these bones when we make our stock, but all this stuff on the board, this nice sticky gravy, this can all go in with our chicken. Scrape it all off onto the edge of the knife. Over, don't want to lose that. Nice sticky bits. So here we have broken down roasted chicken.